Stop trying and start living. Well, everybody around the world in every country, no matter where you are, we all want basically the same thing. We want to live in peace. We want to feel good about ourselves. We want our health to be well. We want abundance to flow in our life in the ways that we want. We want to express our gifts and talents in the ways that we want to express them. We want to enjoy life. We want to have that joyous expansion that we came for, and we know it within us. But as we look around the world, we can see that generally humanity is not living like this in our natural way. And there's a very easy explanation to that, which I'm going to go into in a minute. But what we really see is, to some degree, and it's not that your entire life is not the way you want it, but for a lot of people, there's at least something that's not the way you want it to be, and you haven't gotten it to be the way you want it to be. And it's because we just didn't get taught how life works. And so to some degree, you're going to have the train wreck version of life or the rodeo ride or both. And yes, there are things that you do like, but it's not, you're not living it fully the way you want to live it, not the way you came for. Because to live it this way, over here, where everything is going in satisfying ways for you, you got to live life in the way it was meant to be lived. And so let's take a look at, see, this is the way we grow up thinking life is, that we're going to work hard, we're going to go into action, we're going to figure it all out. It's all up to us. See, we don't get the pieces of the creative process. We think it's all on our shoulders to do it all. We don't know the elements of the universe that are supporting us or how it all works at all. So we're pretty much living a physical world life and looking at everything from a life perspective that has to do with the physical planet. And then money becomes really a centerpiece. That is the thing that's going to get you all of this stuff. But the thing is, we know it doesn't get you all of that stuff. Sure, it'll get you the material wealth, but in terms of the other three quadrants of fulfillment, health and loving relationships, and expressing your gifts and talents, no guarantees at all money is going to get you all of that. And it may help some, but in some cases it doesn't help at all. And there's only one thing that does that. So this is the model life that we grow up around the world thinking this is the way it is. But it's not the way it is. The way it is this. Very, very simple. High vibration energy around the clock. High vibration. Law of attraction picks it up, brings the path to you of all the details, which include action, lots of action in life, but it's all good action. And then you're receiving all of this stuff, including the money. You see, there's no money in this equation at all, which I'm sure blows a lot of people away. But money is not the currency of life. Here's your currency right there. There's your currency. International, universal currency symbol is high vibration. And when you live it, then you are going to experience this kind of flow. This is our natural flow. And this will be your experience over here. Your physical world will be lived in all of these wonderful ways that you want to. The four quadrants, health, wealth, relationships, vocation. Everything is going to be flowing in ways that are satisfying to you on a continuous, joyous, expanding basis. It's going to be peaceful. You're not going to be worried if you're going to have it for long, if it's going to go away. None of that. You're just going to enjoy it, and you're going to actually expect it to expand and grow and be more constantly. And that is life when we live it in the natural way. But when we live it this way, this working hard, running around, struggling and straining, trying to figure out ways to get money, to get all that stuff, you get the train wreck rodeo ride life to some degree. So we don't want any of that, really. We want this. This is what we came for. This is what we want. So we got to stop trying to get what we want, which is this. This is all trying, effort, figuring it out, and we got to learn to allow. We got to learn to allow ourselves to receive. And that is when you start living your natural life, when you learn to receive. And so how do you do that? How do you get this happy face, this positive energy, positive attitude going through your day around the clock as just a natural thing? You don't even have to try. There's both conditional feel good and unconditional feel good. So you're covered at all times in the day that you can draw on some kind of feel good. And, there's all kinds of people that think, oh, well, you got to have some hard times to know the good times. And that's a bunch of nonsense. Other people think, oh, negative emotion is just part of natural life. You got to endure some of that. It's like, no, you do not. It's complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. So let's go and look at what it takes. So here we are, and we're adults now, and we've been subjected to all those faulty beliefs, and we believe that crazy paradigm of living to get things and make them happen and all of that stuff. But that's because we've lost track of all of this stuff here. So this is what we got to restore. This is the thing that we're working on here to restore. It's what all of my books are about. Everything I do is about this, the restoration of your natural self and natural life. You notice I'm not talking about manifestations. Why don't I talk about manifestations? Because when you live your natural life, they're just naturally going to fall into your life. They're going to flow into your life. They're just going to come to you. It's a byproduct of living this natural high vibration life. There's no effort to it. Again, there's lots of action, but not the kind of struggle strain effort that comes with this kind of life. Okay, so we got to get away from that. We want to get back to our natural way of living. So there's 4 basic things that we want to restore. We want to restore our knowing and how life works, and trusting life and trusting the process. And that's an education that you get from my books. And as you learn, and then you start to demonstrate to yourself that there's a correlation between feeling good, choosing to feel good, choosing to choose a positive attitude, not reacting to things. You're just generally more optimistic and positive. You just make that choice, and then you make that correlation. You can see the more I feel good, the better my life flows. You can easily make that correlation. In 30 days, you can test that and see the correlation of that. You can also do easy intention experiments, those things that have no resistance, and they show up effortlessly. You don't know how they show up, but the universe shows us, the creative process shows us when you have an intention with no resistance, doesn't matter what it is, it will show up in ways that are very easy and effortless and joyous for you. Now, we can do that with things that have no resistance, like a pink balloon or a purple football. Excuse me. Because we have no resistance to those things. There's no time or money or responsibility involved. We're just freely able to think about them, and with no resistance, they show up. But the thing is, when you start getting into other things like houses and relationships and stuff like that, we got faulty beliefs. So the desire is there, but so is the resistance. So as we learn this and restore all this stuff, we can learn to drop all that resistance. We can deactivate all those faulty beliefs. So the first thing we want to restore is the knowing and the trust of life. And as part of that, we're also restoring the wholeness of who we are. And when we know who we are and why we come here, then we are just going to feel good all the time. We're not going to be bothered and wondering if other people like us, or trying to justify ourselves, or thinking, are we good enough? Can we have what we want? We will never think those thoughts ever again, because they have no place in natural life. They are absolute nonsense. So as we move around, then we get back into our positive imagination, and such that we can feel our dreams. So we turn that back on. When we're kids, we do it very easily, but then we sort of get trained away from it. But we want to get back into talking about our dreams and our imagination and feeling them, feel the realness of them, the knowing of them, and knowing for sure they're on the way. The fact that we're thinking about them means they're done, and the path is today, right now. And as we're thinking those good feeling thoughts, choosing different thoughts in our day, then that feel good, then we're receiving the path that brings us those things. So again, there's that flow, that natural flow. And the last thing we want to bring into alignment and restore is our thought choice mastery. And we get that when we get back in tune with how life is set up to work in our true self. Then we really get back in tune with our ability to master our thought choices in any moment, no matter what our conditions are in life, what's going on, what we're observing. We will choose a good feeling thought because we'll see how it's serving us. Excuse me. And we'll see how it's helping us to receive, basically, to be aware of our vibration, and that everything is on track and everything is set up for us. So anytime we feel resistance, we will easily find relief. And that's a big thing that I teach, is how to do that, how to go through your day. Things are as they are, and you're not liking them, but you're able to keep your emotional atmosphere in a positive place. You're able to focus in a way that keeps you positively focused, positive emotion, because you're able to see that from a perspective that is serving you. And that's the big thing that happens as you learn about how life really works and who you really are. So as we restore these 4 things, then we are going to start to experience more and more this. We move away from this old paradigm life and we move towards this paradigm life. This is the natural way of living. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. You've got to keep working on it. And that's what the 7 stages is all about, the 7 stages life change program. I'm actually working on a program that's going to, I do have a video called The 7 Stages of Manifestation Change, and it encompasses a lot of it. I'm working on a very detailed version of that, which is basically, you could say it is the School of Higher Learning. It's the curriculum for the School of Higher Learning, because quite frankly, we did not get that schooling, and we just got to get it, because if we don't learn how life works, we're not going to be able to live the way we came here to live. We're going to continue to live some degree of this rodeo ride, train wreck kind of life, and we just aren't going to fully experience the full life that we want. So we want to fully embrace this process of restoring how life really works, who we really are, and then turn back on our full, powerful imagination and our full ability to choose thoughts in every moment of the day so that we're in a good feeling place. That's what we're after. And so this really helps you to understand why you can stop trying to get life to work. Stop trying manifestation techniques. Stop trying to use the law of attraction. Stop all of that nonsense and just start living your natural life. Your natural life is this. It's understanding who you are, why you came here, your powerful imagination, and your powerful thought energy. And when you get all that down, when you master all of that, then you're just going to go through your day in a very natural way. You're going to be appreciating things. You're going to be expecting the receiving of the things that you want. You're going to be excited for the path that's available to you, and you can receive starting today. You're going to have positive anticipation, positive expectation. You're going to have gratitude. You're going to be looking at your favorite parts of things. It's going to be so easy to stay in an emotional high place, even though a physical experience is not the way you want it, because you understand what that all means. So you see, you start to move into the natural way of living, and then this whole thing goes away. I mean, humanity has been living this for thousands of years, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't give us the life that we want at all. It burns people out. It makes you frustrated. It makes you wonder if you're worthy to have what you want. It's the cause of all ailments in the body because it's full of resistance. And we know if you put negative thought energy into the mix of your high vibration body, it's going to break down as a way to tell you that you're getting in the way and it can't do its work. So you got to get that out of the way, and then it will restore itself. It's self-healing. So when we learn the natural way to live, everything is going to be working and flowing for us in the ways that we want. So that is the message for today. If you have any questions, leave them on the post. Thanks for listening in, and have yourself a